Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be playing a game called Fallen London. This is a game that I really love that I've played actually quite a bit of. We're going to start a brand new game today for what we're going to call Tales of the Unterzee. So this is a story-based game with this has a little bit of gameplay in it where we drive a ship and go around to different ports and have all sorts of different crazy interactions. Which is really fun, and so this is kind of a spin-off of, or like an adjunct to a game called Fallen London. That's a web-based story game, and if you're familiar with those at all, I actually can't name any other ones off of the top of my head. Fallen London is hands down, it's the biggest by a scale of 2 to 4 probably. I think the average story-based web game is 5 to 600,000 words, and Fallen London is like 1.5 to 2 million, and it grows substantially all the time. Like, these guys are phenomenal. They're always working on it. They're always producing content. They actually just released Fallen London as an iOS app, so if that's how you prefer to play, it's really slick. It's really nice. It's really cool. So the premise of Fallen London is, I can't remember my history perfectly, but I think the gates to hell opened, and basically the devils are actually pretty nice guys. They're businessmen mainly, so they set up an embassy and a market, the Echo Bazaar it's called, and started trading. And then I can't remember if it was a catastrophic event or if basically it was the like biggest economy, and London, all of London wound up moving into the underground, into this huge cavernous expanse called the Unterzee. And Fallen London is on the Unterzee, but they moved. I can't remember exactly why they moved, but they moved. So now we're in this really weird environment called the Unterzee, in a place called Fallen London, and that's where this game starts. There's a couple of really strange things that go on around here. There's a few different races. That's not exactly it. Basically, death never comes to the Unterzee. Like, you can't die down here. People become what are they called? Tomb colonists. So basically, they become mummies, and they get all wrapped up, but they never die. And some other people become clay men, which are like basically clay golems that are alive. And there's some other like animal species that are sentient down here that we're gonna get to interact with. So we're gonna go through. We're gonna start from the very beginning. This is a roguelike game, so probably the first captain or two that we have is gonna die. That's really common. It's the way the game is set up, and the game is hard. It is like it's not forgiving. If you can see up in the top here, so we've got, this is our, like, basically our ship's engine. That's 2 in reverse and 2 forward. This in here shows our hold capacity. That's how much cargo room we have. So we're gonna do some trading, which I love. This is our hull. This is our, like, how much damage we have. This is how much fuel we have. As we use it, the bar will fill up and then tick down. And each time we refill the bar, we'll go through 1. This is food, which will tick up. Once it hits this, then we eat. And if we don't have food, it goes past, and then things get weird. And this is terror. So as we're going through the Unterzee, lots of places are really dark. So as we go through, our terror builds, and all of these things trigger storylets, trigger little events that happen, and some of them are kind of cool. Some of them are catastrophic. Like, if you run out of gas, if you run out of fuel in the middle of the ocean, there's some things you can do, which we're gonna do, and some of them are all right, and some of them are questionable in motives, and sometimes you just die, So a little bit of what you gained over time carries over to your next captain. But essentially, you wind up starting again, and every time that happens, the map changes. So um, all of the places in the Unterzee are all there, but there a lot of times when you start they shuffle and it's completely different. So sometimes you get a really rad map draw. There's a place called the Salt Lions that you can basically ferry stuff back and forth to build quite a bit of capital pretty quickly, pretty early. If it happens to be really close, if it's far away, it's usually in the next kind of zone over from Fallen London, but a lot of times it'll be like right across from you, which is really awesome, because it's a really good way to get some money early and upgrade our ships. If it's somewhere else, then it's definitely going to be a much tougher game for us, and we're going to have to see how that goes. But we're going to start in right now. We're going to start and create our captain, and then I haven't played this in quite a while, so I'm actually quite excited to get back into it. I'm going to try and release a decent handful of videos. Please do comment down below, and I'll definitely try and get on Twitch stream doing this. So if you don't follow me on Twitch, I'm number XXIV, and same as my name here on YouTube. And I'll always tweet and Instagram and Facebook, that kind of stuff out. So basically, I'm number XXIV on every social media platform. So hit me up on there. And keep a lookout. It's gonna be super fun, and I'll totally interact with Twitch and let you guys tell me where we should be going or what we can do. For now, just on YouTube. If there's somewhere you want me to go, leave a comment, and I totally will do it as soon as I can. Sometimes I'll build a couple of videos at a time, and they'll kind of get released over time. But yeah, leave a comment. Say, hey, I'd love to see you go here, or let's explore this place, and I'm totally down for that. If we die, yeah, well, we'll start again. It's all good. So yeah, let's build our captain. We're gonna choose our past. So in the reign of Victoria, welcome to the Unterzee. So now we have a lodged in a room above the blind helmsman. This is where we start our thing. So what do we got? Street urchin. So okay, sorry. Also, we have stats. So this is our mascot, which gives us a bonus to hearts. These are for all different officers: first, chief, cook, gunnery, and surgeon. These are stats. So inspire hearts is inspire, heal, and defend. Speed, stealth, and deception is veils. Esoteric and practical knowledge is increases the speed at which you convert fragments to secrets. So as we're going and as we experience stuff, this bar will fill up, and as it does, every time it fills up, we get a secret, which we can use through storylets to get things. Mirrors is firing solution, so that helps us lock on our target. It takes a while for our guns to charge up before we can fire. And then iron is how much damage we do. This is how much crew we have, and this is what we look like. We are Shadow Stranger because we don't have a face, we don't have a name, we don't have anything yet. We don't have a personality. So this will give us a bonus to veils, the skill of subtlety and evasion, pages, iron, hearts, or mirrors. So what do we want to be?